Today we play Alolan Raichu. This has been requested by quite a few of you. I hadn't played Alolan Raichu in this meta yet, but holy cow is it strong. For 3 energy, it one-shots the likes of Buzzwole, Guzzlord, Charizard, Darkrai, and countless others. When I first set out to build an Alolan Raichu deck, I just wanted to avoid at least making another lightning deck. I understand Alolan Raichu is a lightning card, and it pairs quite well with the electrical cord and Tapu Koko, so it does fit really well in those decks. However, I wanted to try something different and make the sort of Alolan Raichu deck that I hadn't seen before. Now, if you're anything like me, you're probably kinda tired of playing against Silvally and Pheromosa this season. So I wanted a partner for Alolan Raichu that could somehow counter those. I didn't have to look much further than the OG Primeape. For 2 energy, Primeape deals 40 damage, but if it has already taken damage, it deals 100. Because Silvally is weak to fighting, Primeape can one-shot it. And because Darkrai's and Pheromosas can help themselves, Primeape punishes them as well. In today's deck, we make off meta the anti-meta. I'm not selling this deck as the solution to ranked. At the end of the day, it's still an off-meta deck and you probably cannot reach Master Ball with it. Primeape can still be countered, you can still lose to Silvally, you can still break and not get the right Pokemon when you need them, and I'm not even really sure which Mankey is best here, so I use both. However, I'm having a fair degree of success in Ultra Ball and there's something deeply satisfying about crushing meta decks with Primeape and Alolan Raichu. You can also use Lycanroc here instead of Primeape, although it won't always be able to one-shot something like Pheromosa, so I think it was much more fun to resurrect the fighting ape. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like. As a new channel, any support is greatly appreciated. I make fun of meta decks regularly. If that interests you, consider subscribing as well. I also take deck requests. Is there any card you want to see played in ranked? Let me know in the comments and I'll build a deck around it. With that said, check this deck out in action and enjoy the games. So I don't need to play the cape yet, but I will. Let's try this. If they have Pheromosa, Mankey gets hit anyway. I do prefer cape on Pikachu exactly because of Pheromosa, because even after one Pheromosa hit I can still have my Raichu outside of range of Big Beat. But this is already really rough. Okay. Research could be pretty good. Another Mankey. I will just be doing this. Because I go first, I have to play around Buzzwole before anything else. It cannot come in with Big Beat anymore, so they'll need to find a way around it. And if I get my Primeapes, I could potentially start dealing more pressure. Maybe it could make sense to have put the other Mankey in front, so that after my Raichu is ready, I can move in with potentially the Reckless Charge followed into a Primeape. But there you go, with a Kartana that definitely complicates things a lot. And I'm gonna save... Yeah, I'm gonna save this this Pikachu for communication maybe? Or maybe not, or maybe I just build a second Raichu. In any case, I don't need to play it right now. Okay, the Pokeball, they have a lot of cards in hand. We have the Guzma for Leaf Cape, which is pretty amazing. Is it actually coming in with Big Beat without a Leaf Cape? That's just silly. Okay, so it does have the Leaf Cape, but then we have the Guzma. Alright, so 150 damage your way. And then you can't really bring in Kartana either. Let's just play this. Gonna go ahead and Kuzma. Knock them out. So I know they still have another basic in hand, and with Lusamine, maybe that's another Buzzwole, but then again, Buzzwole can't really attack me unless they come in with Kartana first. No, but this Kartana can't attack either. So I don't see how they can take down this Raichu. Right? They can't attack Raichu with anything that doesn't go down immediately after. I guess Buzzwole with 2 energy. Punch. Punch could be enough. Okay. I don't think Giant Cape does enough. And I think I just have to retreat to Mankey. Right? I don't even need to evolve it. I just Reckless Charge. If they don't take out the Mankey now, and their only chance is either Kartana or Buzzwole, or, you know, nothing is really enough. Any of their attacks that knocks out Mankey will get them knocked out in response by Raichu. So that's game, and if they don't take out the Mankey evolves and takes out the Celesteela. Or just starts pressuring them for 100 every turn. So yeah, they don't even retreat to the other Celesteela. Just fight back for the win. Beautiful. Okay, against Guzzlord, we have the Reckless Charge Mankey going second, which can be quite nice. Right, there's not much they can do other than Naganadel. Maybe Red Cardas. So I will put the Cape. And let's attack this for 30. Putting it in range of Primeape. And Guzzlord is not gonna have enough for Tyrannical Hole. Even with the... Yeah, I mean, Lusamine doesn't quite cut it, right? They don't have any energy discarded in the first place. So I wonder if they retreat with Celesteela and take 100 on their Guzzlords. So they go ahead with energy on Nihilego, which kind of sets up Lusamine in the long term. But I'm just gonna take the KO here, and if you come in with Nihilego, I'll take the double KO. So now I start preparing a Raichu. Right, even this poison doesn't quite pressure me much at all. They have to put this energy on Nihilego as well if they want to attack, which means Lusamine can only really give them 3 energy in next turn. I mean 2 plus 1. This is this is awful. I hate this kind of toxicity of removing energy. Like Misty was bad. Now Grindcore with Team Rocket Grunt everywhere is just kind of straight up toxic. It kind of really is. Fortunately, it's a huge gamble, and a lot of the time it doesn't do anything at all. So I'm more tempted to keep these Mankey for communication to get the Raichu, because Raichu one-shots the Guzzlords. You know, a Guzzlord with 4 energy just goes down. And I don't typically see Guzzlord running Giant Cape. They typically go for Poison Barbs and that's it. We do go down to Grindcore then. And so we really need the Raichu. We're glad I didn't play this Mankey. But I still only have a 66% chance of getting the Raichu. mean, they can potentially just grind core again with 3 energy, which kind of forces me to have the giant cape. So now that I got this Mankey, I can kind of just do this. I can try to use the Mankey as a shield. Maybe they make a mistake and put a 4th energy in case they want to one-shot the Mankey. But I still have a 2nd giant cape or a center lady to survive a hit from grindcore while two-shotting it. You know, survive a hit or heal back from the grindcore and then survive the tyrannical hole anyway. So let's see here. This puts them in a bit of a pickle. They can just grindcore this twice potentially. And I have Guzma for that, luckily. Right? And they do it. They want the tie. They don't see a way out of this. They want my Raichu to go down to poison after taking 100. Oh no, never mind, because we one-shot them. So it's not even a tie. It wouldn't be a tie. So that's just straight up kind of giving up. So 180. Yeah, it could have been a tie if they didn't attach the 3rd energy or the 4th. They just attacked my Raichu with grindcore. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so they do know I have a Research, a Mars, a Guzma, and a Center Lady. Man, I'll feel awful if I lose against someone with Looker in their deck. They know I don't have Cyrus or Sabrina, or that maybe I only have them in hand. They probably know I have a Research in hand. We get the 2nd Mankey, but not the Primeape. Let's go with the 2nd Mankey, because it threatens to two-shot this Froakie. And also sets up the Primeape. Can communicate to the Pikachu next turn, if I need to. They heal this Froakie, which they do. But now Primeape is set up, so can be still a bit tough for them. And then Raichu can one-shot any Giratina really. There's a Primeape, don't even need to communicate. So I'm gonna go ahead with Primeape. Also gonna play the Raichu already. I could have saved this Pikachu for a 2nd Primeape, but I doubt I will use anything else other than these two. So this Giratina still cannot attack, and I can hit it for 100, so I'm even surprised they put it up front, unless they really don't have a leaf or a way to easily retreat the other one. They can one-shot this, but I will be able to one-shot it back after they finish off 2 of my Pokemon. Okay, so this would have been a good argument to keep the Pikachu. I would have communicated the Pikachu and used Pokeball right after. Now the Pokeball is useless. Right, it was the 2nd Pokeball. We just deal 50 here. Okay, so they go with Chaotic Impact. They are at 30. So there could have even been an argument to just ramp this Pikachu, but if they had healing, it would have been too risky. I needed to rely on the Raichu. Let's put the cape, because why not? So now they have to retreat this. I can't quite one-shot the Snorlax. But this could be quite dangerous. They might have Berry here. But this also means the Giratina isn't ready. But it would be ready next turn. But not if they attack with Snorlax again. Well, yeah, they need another berry. And that means we need Mars. We can still lose this. Let's evolve this as well. And just hit this for 120. We can still lose this. If they play another berry, they have to wake up. Oh. This is lucky then, they can't wake up now. They didn't wake up, so they can't attack with berry again. Oh. Yeah, I mean, for a moment I thought that was going to be on Snorlax to wake it up. But that would mean they wouldn't be able to play berry in the same turn. But they don't have a way to retreat that Snorlax. Right? Is there any way we lose? I'll keep on playing to play around Mars. They can attack us with Giratina, but then it goes down. Maybe even trying to set up the second Giratina, but not that it would matter much because it can't attack either. Right? They need to attack me once with Snorlax and then bring in a Giratina. We only deal 60 if they don't set this up, which is quite awkward. Now we do have Mars, at least. So we can try to set them back. I will just get rid of the communication. And hope Mars sets them back enough that they don't find the answers that they need. Especially, how are they gonna retreat this Giratina is the biggest question. Maybe they just use Broken Space Bellow on it this turn. But then they are one energy short from retreating with it and attacking with Snorlax. So that's a concede. Okay. Against Tapu Koko. But we go second. No, we go first, sorry. Not even realizing what I'm saying. So yeah, we can't survive next turn. That's really rough. I have to start building the Raichu right away. Hope to get another basic. Okay, second research is really good. Let's go with research. And this is not quite as good. I've taken with 20 already, so even Primeape and Giant Cape is not enough to survive that. I can't really do much here. And if they have Repel or Sabrina, we kind of just lose. Still have to hope for another basic. We do have the Kuzma for that. But we need the basic and the Raichu first. Okay, there's a basic and a Raichu. Not necessarily enough Let's put the cape on it as well. But yeah, the next turn, the Tapu Koko would have 2 energy because this electrical cord is going down. And yeah, they got the second research. With Repel, we're still pretty screwed. Not necessarily, but we probably would be with Repel. But if they had Repel, they would have played it already. So they do go down here. Zerawara, okay. I think I have to go in and attack them this turn. See what they can do. Because if any Tapu Koko attacks us for 90, it goes down in response. So if we take down the Zerawara, it even simplifies things because we only need to take out 1 Koko. Let's play the second Raichu as well. Just play around Mars a little bit. And now, yeah, even the electrical cord doesn't do anything. That should be checkmate. They can't attack the third energy. They can't attach the third energy. Okay. Let's go ahead with Guzma for good measure. Just to play around Mars a little bit further. Now, yeah, with 2 Raichus, they are very much cornered. Usually, you really want to go second against Tapu Koko so that you can go with the Mankey hit and then into Primeape to finish them off. But otherwise, if you go first, your hope is Raichus. So we deal 90 to this one. You just have to keep on attacking. Luxray could potentially be an issue. Oh, Oricorio? Ooh, they bought themselves enough time for Oricorio. With Volkner, it also deals quite a bit of damage nicely there. I would need the Mars. Can't quite go in with the Mankey. But yeah, I would have needed the Mars to disrupt their plan now and try to use the Primeape against the Oricorio, but double Volkner with the very fast Luxray was very rough. Oricorio wasn't even so much the issue. But it was a nice comeback from them, really good. Hey, Rockruff. The other card I considered using. We do have less HP than Lycanroc. So let's see how this goes. Well, yeah, not if we hit them too much, right? Then we actually get knocked out. So I think I have to go for Raichu already, because I might have made a mistake. Well, not necessarily. If they didn't evolve, they would get knocked out. So let's try to do this, I guess. Right, I could try to evolve it, but if they Sabrina, it's a hassle. It's still a hassle if they Sabrina, but at least we can try. We can try to evolve a second Pikachu. Yeah. So let's hope they don't have a second Sabrina, maybe. Or we just go with this Mankey. I guess I could have hit it once, or should have. Okay. So it heals back. We have the Guzma. But still need a third Pokemon to win. And I'm not too hopeful on it being this Mankey. But if I communicate away the Raichu, that can be pretty dangerous. I don't need to use communication just yet. I'll just Guzma. And maybe Giant Cape. So that I can attack Marshadow with this Mankey. So yeah, that was rough. Not sure if I could have navigated that better. Maybe using communication earlier to try to get another basic. Although it was quite risky, no guarantee that I would get one. So yeah, we do lose this Primeape. We have to go ahead with this Mankey now. And now maybe hope for either a Primeape as well. Mars is quite good. I think I go ahead with the communication anyway, or should I only do it next turn? Because I still have another Raichu, another Pikachu, and another Primeape. So 1 in 3 of being something I actually really want. Which is kind of the Pikachu or the Primeape. But for the Primeape, I might as well do it next turn. So I'm still gonna try to do this. I can take 40 here. So they revenge. Would they have the second Lycanroc? I don't think there's a lot of chances of them having it. But now I do have the guaranteed Pikachu, so I am gonna go for it. Oh, it's not guaranteed, right? It was still 50-50, so my bad. Not good. So yeah, it comes down to, do they have it? Do they have the Lycanroc? Wait, but I have less HP than Lycanroc, so it's not enough. Right? Lycanroc only deals 50 to us. I tried Lycanroc in this deck instead of Primeape, and that's their last card. But yeah, sometimes I ran into this scenario where I needed to deal more than 50 and I only dealt 50. And that's why I kind of like Primeape a bit more. Although Signs of Evolution is much better than Mankey's attacks. Not much better, but it is quite good because it thins out your deck and makes your Raichus more consistent, or the overall draws of your deck more consistent.